Hey guys, so I apologize for the terrible lighting, but I just am in the car outside and the sun's going down right in front of my face. So, I am going to be doing a little project. I'm going to go to a bunch of free little libraries and just drop books off and see what I can find. I saw Danny from Spinelli Speaks doing this and it just looked really fun. So this is kind of an impulse because I literally watched that video like 2 hours ago and I was like, you know what, I have time today, I'm gonna go do it. So on my way, and we'll just see what we can find. All right, I just realized how awkward this might be because there's like teenagers just standing across the street, but I have reached the first little library and I have brought, I'm going to leave The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. This is a nonfiction, as well as The Woodvilles by Susan Higginbotham, another nonfiction, and The Hound of the Baskervilles by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. And then we'll see what I can find. Okay, so I had a decent first round. I ended up finding Timeline by Michael Crichton, which is one that I haven't necessarily like put on a TBR or anything, but I've heard good things about it, specifically from Murphy at Murphy Napier, and I've been curious about it, and so since I saw it, I was like, well, may as well grab it, it's free. So, and it's not in horrible condition. I mean, not the best, but definitely I've seen worse, so that's nice. So I came to the next one, but I'm a little scared because their box is like right by their front door. Like they don't have it down by the sidewalk like most people do. So like I want to go do it, but like I don't want, and their car is there, so I know they're home. And I don't want them like looking out and talking to me. But there is one that was a little bit more out of my way that I decided not to go to originally. So maybe I'll go to that one instead. But if this one has good stuff, I don't know. I think I'm going to go to the one I originally was gonna skip because that's just awkward to me. I don't know. If their car wasn't there, I might be more okay with it, but it's like right, like the box is literally like right in front of their window and it's just a little uncomfy. So, yeah, I'm gonna go to the one I was gonna skip and we'll talk about what I'm gonna do when I get there. Okay, so I made it to the other one that's a little less sketchy. It's on the street like it's supposed to be. The other one also was like on the ground, so I almost wasn't even sure if it was the library. I think it was because of the picture that I saw online when I was looking for libraries near me. But again, it was just like their blinds were open, it was right by their front window, just awkward, and I wasn't completely sure if it was the library. So anyway, I am going to leave 2 books here. I'm going to leave My Story by Elizabeth Smart. This is such a good book, but I just don't think I'm ever going to reread it, so may as well have someone else enjoy it. And then I also have My True Love Gave to Me 12 Holiday Stories. So this is a short story collection for Christmas, and I enjoyed it, but again, I don't think I'll ever revisit it. So someone else can enjoy it. Okay, so once again, I struck gold. I'm glad I ended up coming to this one because I found a copy of The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. This is a middle grade that I've heard great things about, and I've honestly really wanted to read it, but I'm not a big middle grade reader, so I was like, do I care enough to like spend money on it? I don't know. But then I saw this in there and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it because I've just heard it's so cute. And you know, sometimes you just need a really good, sweet middle grade. And I've heard this also deals with some deeper topics. Like a lot of people my age have really enjoyed it despite the fact that it's middle grade. And not necessarily only people who read a lot of middle grade. There have been some people who read just a little bit of middle grade who have really liked it. So I'm excited to pick this up. Okay, you guys, I just got to the next one and there were literally deer walking in front of it. Like just walking past. I don't even know if they're gone because I like drove past it and I'm like down a little ways and there's like a bush in the way, so they might, like these deer might still be in front of their house. I'm almost kind of scared to go over there because of the deer, but maybe I'll like drive past and then turn around and come back and see. But eventually I'll get over there, and I think I'm going to leave behind Trinity Flynn and the 5 Points Gang. This is a book from a small publishing company that my cousin's part of, and I really enjoyed this. I just don't think I'm ever gonna reread it. And then I have Haldol and Hyacinth's A Bipolar Life. I just read this, but again, I don't think I'll ever reread it. So okay, so I was able to make it past that deer, and I ended up getting a little Christmas book by Mary Higgins Clark, and I think her sister probably Carol Higgins Clark. And it's called He Sees You When You're Sleeping. Not creepy at all, but it sounds like it might be like a Christmas Carol retelling, and it's pretty short. I don't really have any Christmas books that I have planned for my December TBR, and since this is so short, I figure maybe I'll give it a try, like maybe even Christmas Eve, just sit and just read through this. I just think it'll be fun. So anyway, got that. That'll be really fun, hopefully. And then I have 2 more book libraries that I wrote down that I'm going to go to. Book libraries as opposed to what other kind of library? Sorry, little free libraries. I'm going to go to 2 more, and we'll see if we can get any more. So far I've gotten something at every single one except the one I just barely went to. Originally I wasn't going to grab any of them, but again, I just didn't have a Christmas one, so decided to grab that. But anyway, let's see what these last 2 have in store. Okay, well from here it looks like this one also has The Girl Who Drank the Moon, so that's fun. Anyway, I am going to be leaving another 2 books. So I have The Rival Queens by Nancy Goldstone. I really liked this, but again, don't think I'll ever reread it, so someone else can enjoy it. And then I have Agincourt by Bernard Cornwell. Again, enjoyed it, won't ever reread it. Sorry about the vibration of my camera, by the way, but let's see what this one has. Okay, so I made it to the last one that was on my list, but looking at it, it looks like it's mostly children's books. And I only have like adult things that are very adult. Like no child's gonna want to read either of the things I have left, or should probably, especially one of them. So I think I'm going to look up and see if I can find one more that's not too far and go there and hopefully, and kind of look at the picture and see if it looks like they might have adult books. So yeah, we'll give that a shot. Okay, and just as the sun is setting, we reach our last one. So I have here Hester by Margaret Oliphant, which I did not like, but maybe someone else will. And Tsarina by Ellen Alpston. I did like this one, but I just don't think I'll reread it. So let's see what they have here. Okay, that one was actually really cute. It was just such a cute box. There wasn't a ton of options in there as far as what I would be interested in, although I did grab something, but I really have to use the restroom. So I'm gonna go home and then I'll show you all the things I ended up picking up once we get there. Okay, hi guys, I'm back. So, wrapping up what I got. So the first thing I got was Timeline by Michael Crichton, which I believe has something to do with time travel. I'm not really sure. I honestly haven't read that many time travel books, so I'm curious to see how I feel about this one. I feel like a lot of the time travel isn't done very well in my opinion, and I think a lot of people would agree with that. But Murphy from Murphy Napier, who really does not like time travel usually, read this year and really enjoyed it. So I'm hoping I'll like it. It's a bit longer than I thought it would be, but I mean, not terribly long, just under 500 pages, so decently long for sure, but we'll see if I end up liking it whenever I get to it. I also don't have very many sci-fi books on my shelf, so this will be a nice addition because of that. Then I got The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill, which is a middle grade. Again, I don't have a lot of middle grade on my shelves either, so this will be a good addition. I feel like all of these kind of are genres that I don't read as much. I guess middle grade isn't a genre, but anyway, I know that this follows a witch who lives in the woods, and there's like this town who every year they sacrifice a baby to this witch to protect themselves. However, this witch just isn't a bad witch. Like, she has no idea why they're doing this, but she usually will take these babies and take them across to the other side of the forest and adopt them out, essentially, and she'll feed them starlight so that they will have a good life. And she accidentally feeds one of these children moonlight, which apparently will give her magical abilities. So she ends up keeping the child and raising her. And then in this village, I believe, like, the elders in this village don't even believe believe there's a witch at all in there. They're just having people sacrifice their children kind of to keep them in line out of fear. However, there's a young man in the village that I believe starts to wonder if there's something wrong. I think he might go after trying to look for the witch. So anyway, I've heard really good things about it and I'm excited to read it. I think it will be just a fun, light read at some point. Then the last two books actually I got are both by Mary Higgins Clark. So I already mentioned the He Sees You When You're Sleeping book, which I just feel like was not a good title for this because it sounds like just a cute Christmas story. And I feel like if it's by Mary Higgins Clark and it has He Sees You When You're Sleeping, that just sounds like it's gonna be a suspenseful like Christmas mystery. But it sounds like it's more like a Christmas Carol retelling based on the back cover. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. I'm honestly looking forward to it. Hopefully I can get to it, maybe even like the week of Christmas, just pick this up. It's only like 200 pages, so definitely a quick read and hopefully heartwarming. And then the other Mary Higgins Clark book I got was Remember Me, which I believe follows the story of this woman and her husband. And they're going off on this little vacation because she just needs to get her mind off of things as like, I think it's like a couple years before this, their 2-year-old son died and she blames herself for it. And suddenly in this new vacation home that they're staying in, some strange things are happening, I guess. And so she kind of has to reflect on the past. I grabbed this because I've wanted to read more mystery thriller type things, but I just don't want to spend the money on it because I know that I'm never going to want to reread them most of the time unless there are certain ones that I feel like I might want to reread. But for the most part, I don't expect to want to reread them, so I feel uncomfortable spending money on them, especially because I'm currently a poor college student. Don't have the money to just spend on books that I know I'm not going to reread. So I decided to get this so that I can reread. Sorry, my roommates just got home. But anyway, those are what I got on my little adventure, and yeah, hopefully I end up liking them. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, have a good week. Sorry, guys.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay, you didn't know.
No, I should have made a cameo right here.